Our stream started. So if you've ever joined us this early before, we have about a minute of us trying to get everything going.
Shared over to the socials.
Yeah, but we do love YouTube, so we always start it first, and so there's always a little bit of a amazing background.
It's behind the scenes, baby.
Yeah, the amazing. Oh shoot. I know I've got everything messed up. Amazing background excitement, just like you just saw. So I've got to go into my Bluetooth, my computer, and I'm one of those people that can't walk and chew gum at the same time. But I think we're there. I think we're ready.
All right.
You may think. We make sure. Let's do it. Hey everybody, welcome to Tuesday.
Welcome.
Actually, it's been Tuesday all day. I don't know why I've said that before on this stream, like welcome, and it's like towards the end of the day.
Welcome to the studio on a Tuesday.
Yes, that's better. well put. I'm John, and that's Jacqi, the incomparable.
That's right.
The always here.
Yep.
The incredible.
Reliable.
And Eagle is actually down here by my feet, but she's short, so you can see her. But tonight, guys, so tonight the theme is we're going to think big. I've started a brand new elephant painting, and I started it just this afternoon. So I'm going to work on that. It's like 8 feet wide, 4 feet tall. I'm going to work on that, and we're going to play some trivia, and we got stuff to talk about, and anything y'all want to talk about, you know. But Jacqi, right now, even as I speak, she's getting the stream started. So We'll be able to chat on YouTube and Facebook. And on Facebook, you know, it's on the art channel, my art channel, my public art page, but also on my personal page, and that's it on Facebook, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't think I figured out why I've been having trouble with Facebook, but I'll let you know that in a minute.
Well, Kylie Sykes joins us and says, "Hey, all."
Hey, Kylie. Hey. Well, also, so I'm gonna unplug my mic or dial it down, and then I'm gonna go over there, and because I want to show you all the painting and stuff that I'm
Yeah,
doing.
I'm excited. I'm excited for you to show it to everybody.
Oh, thank you. Jacqi just walked in and saw it. So yeah, I want to tell you guys about it. But it's 8 feet wide, 4 feet tall. It's gonna be a big painting. Gonna be a big boy, and it's about elephants. Do you have all the streams started and everything?
Yep.
You are so efficient. My goodness. Okay.
It's not my first rodeo.
I'll be back in a moment. Oh, actually, you know what? Here. Let me I'm trying to think. Okay. That's actually, so I'm going to go over there in just a second. That's actually over on the other, across from the studio from me. Just over there. So that's the painting. But I'm going to move the mic over there, and I'm going to go over there too, so you can hear me and see me. Because that's just the kind of amazing production value you expect from us these days.
We're fancy. We're fancy here.
We are fancy. So, okay, I'll be over there in just a minute.
So this painting you're working on. This is part of the Reflection series that will eventually go into the Frisco show. And I think it's cool that it started off as sunglasses, but now you've kind of opened it up to anything that involves the word reflections.
Yes, Jacqi. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I do too. I think that's cool. So, sorry, guys, if the mic pops or anything. But I'm gonna try to before you, because we each only have one mic, and so you know, instead of me trying to yell from over there. But yeah, so here's the idea for this painting. I'm so excited. Oh, and you can tell over here, there's see, like there's lines that are coming down, and that's because I made my mix for my drawing mix that I have here. I made it a little too thin in some places, so I had to thicken it up. So that's all part of the fun, you know. I mean, mistakes are good. But okay, so what this is actually 8 feet wide, it's 4 feet tall, and it's going to be a couple of elephants. At least right now, it's a couple of elephants. Could always add more in the background, you know. But and what they are is that they're actually gonna this one over here is next to the water. This big boy here, he's actually standing in the water. So so his legs are in the water a little bit, and then they're being reflected. So it's a reflection series, and I'll get all into the artsy art statement on another night. We'll do that another time. Tonight's just about having fun and doing some things. So I did this big boy, and when I was working on him, I knew this, but shortly I got done with them, I thought, oh, I'm done with this elephant. And I remembered, oh yeah, now I got to paint the exact same elephant upside down right underneath it. So every elephant you add in the reflection thing is really two elephants, and which it's interesting. So yeah, that's what I figured out.
How
today.
did you how did you mirror it so well? Like, did you match it with like your fingers? Did you line it up? Like, how did you?
Yeah, and you can tell. It's also really rough, so I'm glad it looks good.
Mm-hmm.
But I think if you were probably to turn it upside down, it probably wouldn't. The reflection probably wouldn't be as good as the top. But upside down and everything, I think it's like if you've ever seen those visual illusions, optical illusions, where they'll have a face and it looks right, and then they turn it, or they're like, oh yeah, it looks right, and then they turn it over, like they turn it around, and you're like, oh my gosh, the mouth was upside down, or something's weird about it. I think like once you see this, your brain sees this and it starts putting it together better. This is a lot looser, especially this one. Well, you can definitely tell. This one over here.
Mm-hmm.
But I had an idea for color theory, and I wanted to ask you, Jacqi, and everybody else, because I had some ideas. So I don't want to just do realistic-looking elephants,
Uh-huh.
That just sounds boring. Unless what I do is realistic-looking elephants, then it was a genius idea. But right now I'm thinking, like, it wouldn't be as much fun. Like, I want to do crazy colors, maybe some different kind of artsy techniques and things.
Yeah.
But which I'm not sure, like a deconstructed sky or water or something. Like, I'm not sure, or maybe big strokes, and then it starts getting into smaller strokes or something. But something interesting.
Yeah.
But the other thing was, as I was thinking about having for the elephants, like the actual elephant, having a certain colors, but then in the reflection, you have the complementary colors for it.
Oh, well, that sounds interesting.
So like if your elephant up here was mostly like reds and blues, then reflected down there would be like greens and golds and things.
Yeah, maybe.
But also not to be like I don't know, like have to really hold to that form 100%. It just sort of be a thing. Like if this has more blue in it, then the reflection of it would have more gold.
Yeah.
So it's not like a 1-for-1, but it's just the idea that. But part of it is because I know, like in the reflection series, I want to show different aspects of things too.
Yeah.
It's like so you get like 2 for the price of 1, like where a person can look one way and then they're another, or this or that. So I don't know. I want to do that. And
yeah.
So.
Well, Shin says, I love your new elephant painting.
Well, thank you.
Vince Minitti has joined us and says, how much can John see?
Sorry, I'm so thirsty. We've been outside.
Yeah, it's been a busy day.
Lot today, and we're in Texas, and it's hot out there, guys. But we were doing artsy things outside with the turtle that y'all saw, the sea turtle, and we hung some art on outside art that was in here. I'm up on our little stage. We have a little stage we do for sittings and stuff, and it's been obscured for the longest because we had the sea turtle here.
Yeah.
And Vince, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and Vince, I lost my eyesight in 2001, and I couldn't do anything really for a while, but I was so fortunate to be in a place where I was able to get the right training, the right people. I was going to university. So I can't see anything, but I do have light perception, and that's actually a huge help. So the vision that I have, my occipital lobe in my brain was damaged, and the vision that I have, it's if you imagine like if you close your eyes and somebody shines a light on you and it still sees red and all this, that's what I see. Like my eyes know that there's light out there, but the optic nerve doesn't let the signal get back to the back part of my brain. At least
so
that's
like,
the way.
Yeah, so like if you don't see shadows, like if somebody walked in front of that light, you wouldn't see any of that or anything.
Yeah, unless they actually completely, there was a bright light and they blocked the light. And then the light would change it. And actually I've gotten a lot better at that over the last 20 years. It's been 20 years. and which is ridiculous to me. I mean, I think, gosh, time flies. But my eyes have gotten better at the light, and it's actually changed the way that they handle light. Like when I went to my doctor the last time, and he was doing like an exam. The last time I got an exam, like a physical exam, sort of thing, and they always shine lights in my eyes, which I don't like. Because light gives me headaches. But my eyes have gotten adapted to it, or my brain has a little bit, because like my response, my pupillary response, I guess, has changed. Like, you know, when you get a light in your eye and it's supposed to, like, your eyes like constrict and all that. On mine, like, they shine the light in my eyes, it wouldn't constrict anymore. Like, it won't constrict, and then finally it starts to go down.
Yeah.
But it's letting the light in because, that's, it doesn't see anything, but it gets something from the light.
Yeah.
But it makes it nice. So 95% of, roughly, I mean, give or take, but around 95% of people with visual impairments have some sort of light perception, unless you have the optic nerve has been severed completely, or the orb has actually been removed. There's usually some sort of light perception. What I found whenever I lost my eyesight, I didn't know anything about blindness, so I had so much to learn. But it was so interesting because there's so many different types of blindness and so many different ways that the people can deal with it and adapt to it. There's some people who light doesn't hurt their eyes at all, which is awesome. There's some people like me that blue light really hurts your eyes, like fluorescent light. Ugh, I hate that stuff. The worst place for me to work would be an office, in a cubicle surrounded by fluorescent lights. I would just get headaches all the time. But incandescent bulbs don't really bother me. If it's like a red base light, it's not so bad. So anyway, sorry to go on about it. It's an interesting thing that you mentioned. And another thing is that one of the most common things that a blind person or person with visual impairment, whichever way you want to call it, is like, oh, I didn't know you're blind, or people are surprised whenever that they can do that. Like whether it's like walk to, and I'm not saying that's you or anything, and if it is you, that's great too. I mean, it doesn't matter. But I just mean it's interesting because things have changed so much in the last like 20 years that there's so much out there for people with visual impairments, and I don't know. I feel like it's important to tell people because a lot of times most of the people who lose their eyesight are actually much older, and they may think like they may be thinking about how things were 20 years ago or 30 years ago or something, and think like, oh, everything's I can't do anything, or it's they'll get depressed, and which is normal if you lose your eyesight, but it's just there's so much out there, it's ridiculous. Anyway, sorry, I know I've gone off on a tangent.
You got him on his soapbox.
I know, I get really excited about
30
this
minutes
stuff.
later.
Oh my gosh, like I'm so fortunate to do what I do because I hear from so many people with visual impairments that are doing like just mind-blowing, astounding stuff. And it's just, I don't know, it gets me really excited, and it makes me feel sorry whenever I come across like somebody out and about, and they may have a grandmother or grandfather and they're losing their eyesight and they think all hope's lost, and it's like, oh my goodness, that's far from true now. But
okay, so back to the painting.
Okay, and let me say okay. The way that I navigate around the painting is all these lines I can touch and feel them. So whenever I draw, it's the same way that I navigate. I get around a room, I get around a city. It's by touching, it's by understanding, by making spatial maps. So all of this you can touch and feel. It's kind of a rubbery sort of feeling. So every time I put a line, it's more information for me to touch and feel. And it's the same way that a person would get around a room or you get around the city, by using your cane to be able to feel lines and doorways, couches, walls, everything. All of that goes together to make a map. So for me, I've always drawn all my life. You learn how to adapt and how to do everything in a new way. Art was always crazy important to me, so I learned new ways to do art.
Well, Vince says, thanks for explaining. I own one of your pieces. It's a man and a woman kissing under a red umbrella in the rain. Oh, man. Great piece. You're very talented.
Oh, thank you, Vince. I
thanks
appreciate
for the support.
That.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man. And also, thank you very much for the question, because a lot of times people are curious, but they may not want to ask, or they may be too shy to ask. So when somebody like you comes around and they ask a question, it can help a lot of people. So yeah. Thanks, man. That's really cool.
Well, Ron has joined us and says, hi, guys. Hey, Ron.
Hey, Ron.
So, with what you were saying, with, like, the colors for this thing,
yeah,
and, like, getting crazy, my initial reaction is, like, not to make it too crazy, because you do want it to appear to be a reflection in
Oh,
theory.
yeah.
So.
Oh yeah.
And I would hate for the brush strokes of a sky being busy so that they take away from the elephants. That would be my only thing, like to watch out for that.
Yeah, that's a good point. And you know, one thing I was wondering about, almost like making a deconstructed sort of painting.
Yeah.
I mean, where you have this, but I'm not really sure. And by that I mean like the constituent parts are starting to come apart. You know, so it's like the sky is starting to, you know, maybe it's not just all together, but it's kind of blocky, but you know, I don't really know.
Well, maybe if you started it that way, like if you first made it blocky, and then if you're like, I'm not really digging it, then you can go in and blend it. Can you do that, or is it too late at that point?
Yeah, you sure could, and you could also make like some big strokes and then smaller strokes, because I could, instead of making it really deconstructed, I could just make it very painterly around the top and the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
And then as those big strokes start coming in, you know, it's still painterly, obviously, but instead of like these giant abstract kind of colors like strokes, they all start, you know, it starts becoming more defined. Maybe that would be kind of cool.
Yeah, that
especially
could be cool.
with the water coming in there, the big thing, and it's because it starts to form.
Are you going to do any like ripples in the water, or is it going to be like glass?
I'm not sure. I don't know. I was going to in the beginning, I was thinking about lots and lots of ripples on this one.
Yeah.
But then I started doing it. I thought, you know, I don't know. I might want to have it where it's a cooler, like a calm pond, more, and have it more of a direct reflection.
Yeah.
A bit more on this one, because I know I'm going to do some other ones with water,
Mm-hmm.
and some of them are going to be very turbulent and sort of thing.
Oh,
almost like
cool.
it's almost like its reflection is making it abstract.
Yeah.
And maybe you can't even see the person. You know, maybe you see their shoes, or you see something. You know, there's a person there. There's something. But then the reflection that you're seeing is very distorted.
That's cool. That sounds interesting.
That does sound like fun, doesn't it? It sounds cool. So I don't. But I'm really in this series I'm doing. There's going to be like 6 paintings, 7 paintings, maybe something like that. Some of them are going to be very big. There might be the most there's going to be is 10, which is kind of exciting. Like, well, and one of the paintings I have for the series already sold. So
yeah.
So you know, which is the thing. So I don't know. But it's kind of cool though, because I don't know. It's exciting to me to come out. Like, I don't know what all the paintings are going to be yet.
Yeah.
And also, I don't know where they're going to find their final homes and all, which is cool. Like, I know that we're going to do a show in Frisco.
Yeah.
It's going to be in the gallery, and that'll be the last time all those paintings are together.
Yeah.
You know, like, they'll be here in the studio. They'll go in a couple of months to the show.
Yeah.
And then they'll go off to their homes.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to hold on to. I mean, it's a good problem to have, but it's kind of hard to hold on to your paintings for a full show. So you have to paint fast. Is what that means. So Felicia has joined us and says, "Do you ever leave anything just black and white? I love it like it is."
Well, thank you, Felicia. Very rarely I do, and a lot of times I'll do a black and white or a grayscale kind of drawing, like an under drawing, and then I like it, and I think, oh man, I want to keep it like that. But then I go in and add the color, and then I like that too. But there sometimes I really do. You know, that might be kind of fun to do one of the paintings as a black and white reflection painting, because you wouldn't have all the color of like the water and everything, but it would just be like the line work that makes it watery.
Yeah.
That might be kind of cool.
That sounds kind of interesting.
Hmm.
Well, Barb Dorrington joins us, says, "You totally have amazing, crazy talent. Plus, what a bonus that you both have such amazing love for each other. You make the world a better place. The pandemic has made people weary and frustrated."
Oh.
Thank you.
Well, thank you. I mean,
he's
very
adequate, but it is what it is.
Well, you know.
Barbara Brands joins us and says, "Hey, I'm here. I haven't been able to comment. So sad. So, yay. I'm glad you were able to comment."
Yay.
Felicia says, when is the San Francisco show? Actually, it's in Frisco, Texas, not San Francisco.
Sorry, yeah.
So,
I got excited for a second there too, because I thought, oh man, I want to, you know, I was getting hungry for rice-a-roni all of a sudden.
well, I would love to do a show in San Francisco.
Yeah, man.
That would be
I haven't been
amazing.
to California in a little while.
Well, she says, I own 3 of your pieces. Love the color, of course.
Oh, well, thank you so much.
So, thanks for the support.
Absolutely.
So, I have a question. Mm-hmm. Did you record yourself doing the drawing?
No.
Man. I'm I'm always harping on John to record himself doing the drawing because I think they make really great fast videos that we used to put them on YouTube, and they're great for social media and all that fun stuff.
You're right.
And
you're right.
It kills me a little bit.
I know. I'm sorry. But I may record like more of this, maybe like some of the color and stuff. But also, I have like so many hours to go through for the turtle painting. Like you know, like I don't know. I mean, gosh, if I did a fast of this, it would be a while before we got it out. Probably.
That's cool.
Sorry.
Whatever. Babe.
Hate to disappoint you, doll.
But I'm excited. The turtle is going out. We're there. In fact, this is how this thing has all played out.
Yeah.
So the turtle is, for anybody that's been following along, it's a giant turtle, and it goes in a giant box that's been sitting in outside, covered and all that fun stuff. And so when we went and picked it up, we had to use the art truck because we have a giant lift, and FedEx couldn't bring it to our house. So now he finished it. So we actually, and thank goodness to Nancy at the Palm Coast Arts Foundation, she coordinated for FedEx to bring a forklift on their truck here, so that they can just take it and pick it up at the house. We don't have to like unload the art truck, load that thing in.
Oh, that's so nice.
I mean, I'm like, oh, thank goodness.
Oh, that's right. I'm so glad I forgot. I forgot we had to unload the box truck and then.
Yeah, and last time we did that, I mean, it's a quick job. It's just so much stuff, and you don't want to like carry it all into the house. So last time we did it, we just left it out on the front lawn. Like our neighbors think we're nuts, I'm sure. And so we left it all on the front lawn, and we parked my Jeep kind of right in front of it so people wouldn't think it was just free stuff in the front.
Yeah, that's one of those things where you you know, where like we live in a college town, and a lot of times if you want to get rid of something like a chair or something, you put it on the curb.
Yeah.
And somebody will come by and get it, or if they don't want it, then great, then you bring it back in or something. But you can always see if somebody can use something first. And that would be funny.
Yeah,
you come back, it wouldn't be funny, but
all of
you
our
come back and it's all gone.
Well, Felicia says, "Oh darn," about the show in San Francisco / Frisco, and says, "Listen to her. That's a great idea." Talking about me and you listening about the recording the drawings.
What?
What?
No, what are you talking to me?
Who are you again?
Yeah. You've been known to have a good idea or two. Hey, you know what? You know what's kind of funny about putting the furniture and all that out and stuff is that's a really nice sign that when you're maturing, when you're growing up, when you know that when you across the road, like when you know that you're actually becoming a more adult.
Yeah.
It all is when you start to buy furniture.
Yeah.
Like, and you have a friend, that actually bought a couch, and you're like, you mean you paid your money for a couch? You're like, you just go get a couch. Like, you just drive around, you can get a couch, and when you actually
That's
start
true.
buying.
That is the perk of living in a college town, is inevitably you could outfit your entire house with what you found on the street.
They're like, wow, you bought all this furniture? What? We knew you were doing okay, but we didn't know you were doing like new furniture okay.
Living large.
You're like, yeah, I'm out of college now. Oh, that's funny. That is kind of weird though. Whenever I don't know. It's like a mindset when there's still so many adulting things that we don't do.
Okay, I'll give you one that that blows my mind.
Oh, okay.
That I could not wrap my head around. That some people do. Some adults do this. They have matching dishware.
Oh, yes.
Like, I don't even know what that's like. Like, I have dishes from when I was in college. We have plastic dishes from, like, the camper. We have your dishes from, like, 2 sets of your mom, your college set. I mean, it is a hodgepodge, and they don't fit. Half the time the cabinets don't fully close because some are bigger than others. But that's how I go to my friends' houses.
Yeah.
Like Nancy in Colorado, her house is so beautiful and put together, and her stuff matches, and I'm just like, I mean,
that's next level.
That's next level.
Well, that's one of those things like, it's but it's kind of nice. Like I like our dishes and them being crazy because it's a walk down memory lane every dinner. It's like, oh yeah, I got this in college. Or, oh yeah, we got this plastic giveaway cup that you're supposed to throw away in a festival 4 years ago, and I'm still using it.
We have lots of those.
Yeah, so it's
I mean, unfortunately, like the walk down memory lane just isn't in the the cabinets of the kitchen. It's like the towels. We have all our college towels. We should.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. We are pretty awesome. No, but that is so cool. But I know it is a mark of respect whenever I go into somebody who's really got their adulting down.
Yeah.
And they have matching towels in the bathroom, and they have matching dishes, and they have little soaps in the bathroom that you're not supposed to use. And
Yeah, that's interesting.
they got all this stuff, and they've got potpourri in the bathroom, and maybe it's still like in a bow and under saran wrap, sort of. Like it's there to look good. And
maybe part of that is because we still have a kid that destroys the house a little bit.
Let's just blame Jacqi until we're not able to blame him anymore, and then we'll come up with a new reason.
Then at that point we're like senile.
Yeah. Man.
Although he's not crazy.
I'm looking forward to that. Getting older, there's a lot about it that sucks, but there's also good things. I don't know, I don't worry about that stuff anymore. I'm not...
Wear purple and spit in the street.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's I don't know.
Well, Linda joins us and says function, not fashion.
Yes. My mom, she used to have a little plaque when I was growing up, and it said, dirty enough to be happy, clean enough to be healthy, dirty enough to be happy.
That's pretty much our house.
But our house is clean, actually. It's weird. The house is actually really clean. The kitchen's really clean.
You keep the kitchen immaculate, I will say.
It's just because
I don't clean the kitchen. I don't do dishes. Well, that's not my thing.
I do all the cooking, and it really helps me to know where things are. Or I'll spend forever looking for it. But
exactly.
But everything's clean in the bathroom. Everything's clean. It's just everything's mismatched.
Well, what are you gonna do?
I don't know. Hey, we do have some trivia tonight too, guys. Oh! And I wanted to mention, and I'm just putting some blue down. So, what I'm doing is, I'm thinking out loud on the canvas, and that's something that a lot of people tell me, I can't draw a straight line. There's very few straight lines in this. Look at that. It's a big mess of whatnots. In art, there's very little straight lines and stuff. And, of course, what they mean, I think, is they can't get on paper what they have in their head. That's the hard part.
Yeah.
But, just think. You know what they say, if you have a room full of monkeys typing on typewriters for infinite amount of time, eventually you're going to get Shakespeare. Well, on a piece of canvas or a piece of paper, if you're drawing something, and you make a line, let's say if you want to make this curve of the trunk of an elephant, so I make one, and I'll make another line. I think, no, it doesn't feel wide enough. So I'll make another. No, it still doesn't feel wide enough. Then I'll make another. Oh, it's too wide. So then I'll wipe that out. Then I'll make another one. It's okay, but you keep splitting the difference, and you keep doing it until it feels right. That's all you got to do with this sort of stuff. So you just keep making it feel right, and the more you put down, the more you can judge it by.
Yeah. I think, though, because you use paint, it's pretty, amazing you don't have, a lot of erase marks.
Thanks.
White paint.
Gosh.
Your drawings go down pretty, on point.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate that. Well, it also helps that I do it a lot, so, but I do have a lot of mistakes, but sometimes, here's the thing, too, guys. A lot of times you make a mistake, but if you don't tell somebody it's a mistake, nobody else knows it. You'll fix it later. When I have to wait for the paint to dry, and I'll go in that. This elephant's right ear is way too big. It's I'm gonna. It's got a 30 pounds more heavy right ear. But you fix these sort of things and all that, and then kind of I mentioned that there's little here there's drips going down. I have that really on this other elephant a lot, but a lot on this one too, and. There's just little mistakes, and all this stuff here. This is just mental notes for me. Later, I'm trying to think of where's this shore gonna be? Where's the plants gonna start coming in? Where are the colors gonna start shifting before the water gets a little more shallow? If it gets muddy, is there vegetation there? So I'm just trying to figure this out, and then as I work it out here, then I can start referencing it over, and then start applying. If I can get one little bit right, I can take that little bit, and then I can start where I can stretch it out.
There you go.
And start getting it all a little bit better, but
Well, Felicia says there's no mistakes in art. So.
Oh, I like that. It's like
just
Bob Ross.
Happy accidents.
Happy accidents.
So what are you you're laying down some blue and you've got some yellow on the little elephant. What kind of is your color scheme you're thinking for now?
I honestly don't know.
You're just gonna lay it down and see where it takes you.
Yeah. So what I thought I would do is it's I don't want to like pick one elephant to be a main elephant.
Yeah.
But this is the main elephant.
Yeah. Yeah.
And but that's not taken away. It's like thing 1 and thing 2.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I'm thing 2, but I just want everybody to know that's not because I'm second best or whatever. But I want to pick the colors on this one too because this has more dynamic folds and his stance and all, and I think that'll be interesting. So that I can take him and then I can start thinking about the complementary colors or whatever color I'm going to do here.
Yeah.
And then over here, I can take that to either enhance it a little bit with it, or I can divert a little attention if that's too much.
Yeah.
You know, and then I'll start thinking about the background colors and the other. But the big way I'm going to do that though, is by listening to music and finding some music that really inspires me, that feels like this a little, you know, and that. And then when I hear the music, I see the color, and then start working from there.
That's cool.
Yeah, but
So
I don't want to take too long. That's another thing. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Scooter.
Well, I was just gonna say, are you gonna add any like the savanna trees in the background?
I was more like the acacia sort of
Yeah.
stuff. Is that acacia? Yeah,
I have no idea. I'm gonna go with yes.
I was wondering about that. I was thinking about that. And I left it all kind of blank.
Mm-hmm.
Well, also my hands are getting tired, but but I was wondering about having those because they make such cool silhouettes. You know?
They do.
So I was wondering about that, but I didn't want to commit to it yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, that would be really cool. And what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. I don't know. Must have been a lie. But I was so okay, guys. So here at the studio, we're at the we did that call for artists. Mm-hmm. If you'll remember, and we've talked about it a little bit, and we're going to actually have settings where we're inviting other artists to come in and all that, and that's probably going to happen here. Maybe what month are we in? July. It's for my brain. I've been out in the heat too much today. Probably July 31st. We're going to do here, but so anybody that wants to participate with that sort of stuff. They just need to let us know, and we have a group. It's a Dry Stick Art members group, but it's damn a journey through time and space, So, and because the first kind of series we're doing is like a 1920s to 2020s mashup, but the reason we're doing that is because I wanted to do more elaborate sets. I want to have more people come in, and actually, my art is so much better if I have real people and real things and real stuff going on, much like most of the master painters in the past, and then that's kind of been carried forward into the present, and then with of course amazing photography, most sighted painters and stuff will use a lot of that. There's actually stuff to help visually impaired people with photography too, and stuff, which is pretty cool, but actually getting hands on and getting there. I mean, where you have the costumes and stuff, just makes it more alive. So if we do a 1920s sitting. And like a reflection type setting, that we're going to do here in a couple of weeks. It's so much cooler if everybody actually gets to play around with some vintage stuff and all that, It just, I mean, I like to think I have a good imagination, and I do, but it's so much better when you can actually have real stuff, like get some real Victrolas and get in some old cars, get in some stuff.
It'll be fun.
Yeah,
fun.
and so we had a lot of response to that, but the idea, because I saw in Barbara Brand's thing, there was a friend that was asking Barbara, like, what the heck? Like, what is this? And I thought, oh man, I didn't explain it clearly enough and all. But really, what this is, it's a call for artists. So if you like to draw, especially in the Denton area, the Dallas area, but also we're going to stream this, at least this first one for sure, and we're going to stream it online. So if you're wanting to, to be able to use some of this as a reference or be part of the discussion, for me, the benefit, like the reason I'm doing this is because I get to make my paintings better. I get to talk to other artists. I get to do these big sittings and stuff that we're buying costumes for. We're doing all this stuff for. And I thought, well, shoot, man, since I'm putting all this stuff together, that might be able to help some other artists out too that would love to just be there or, So anyway, that's what we're doing, and we're going to cover that more. But yeah, you just gotta, if anybody wants to be a part of that, even if you want to be a fly on the wall, just message me and say, hey,
Yeah, yeah, and the Jurassic Art Members is actually just a Facebook group. So if you are interested in joining and just exactly being a fly on the wall or actually doing some art contributions to it, you can just search for groups, and it's Jurassic Art Members, and join.
Yeah,
and
I just want to make really clear, like that. This is me. Like, I'm just wanting to do my art and make it better and all. So it's not like a tutorial. It's not like a workshop or anything. Yeah. It's like if you go to art school, and you go into the drawing class, and they'll have all these statues and different things for you to do, or they might have these different events for you to do. It's something like that, So it's just more for people to be able to take and enjoy. And if you're into art, it'll be cool. So it's basically going to be an art party here at our house, at our home studio, and making some art and talking about art.
Yeah.
And we'll stream as much of it as we can.
Yeah, I'm excited about that. We've done a 20s sitting where we invited a bunch of people to come draw a model we had in the studio, and that's buried in our YouTube videos. If you're curious, ever, you can dig around.
Yeah, that was years ago, wasn't it?
It was so many years ago. And I was in a 20s outfit, and your mom was on the show in a 20s outfit. It was hilarious.
Yeah, you look good in the 20s, girl.
Well, thank you. We had 4 cameras going. We had one on the crowd, we had one on the model, and we had one on you and one on me and your mom. So that was a lot of fun.
It'd be fun if my mom would come back and do that again.
I mean, she does like to dress up.
Does she? Do you think?
She's got the outfit. She dressed up that day.
Yeah,
she
sure
the
did.
most complete outfit that day.
Yeah, man. Yeah, she used to come and hang out with us on the streams quite a bit.
Yeah.
But now, my dad retired, and they're
at the lake all the time.
Yeah, they're out. They're out. Like she kneeboards, kayaks, and like I don't know what all. Like even today, like I don't know, doing all that out there. Going crazy.
She's active.
She's very active. Holy crap.
Puts us to shame.
It does. It's like I get up in the morning. I'm on my second cup of coffee, and I'll talk to my mom and like, oh, what are you doing? I just got back from kneeboard, and I went out and I fed the ducks, and your dad's fishing, and then I'm about to get my paddleboard out. We're going to but it's a kicky paddleboard, not the other paddleboard. I'll be using that one later, but we're going to use it. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. And just hauling that stuff, like getting off and on and parking it and getting it up and down the dock is crazy. But, well, Fred joins us and says, your mics sound really good tonight. I don't know what you did different, but it's coming in very clear.
Oh, thank you.
Which is good, because we did a bunch of moving stuff around.
Yeah.
It's because John's painting a really, giant one in a different area of the studio. So.
Well, I didn't notice before, but our sound sounded lower than some other videos, so I try to tweak it a little bit. But that becoming a thing of it, maybe we should do some trivia.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, for trivia, here's what's gonna happen, guys. I've got to move my mic, so I'm gonna go off, and I'm gonna go back over where we started this whole situation.
Okay.
Bye.
So this will be a test to see if we can get the mic set back up to be just as clear.
Yeah.
But like John was saying, like John was,
almost ate it.
So we're doing a big 20s mashup. We're doing a collaborative big giant art project that we've got hopefully a lot of people in on, and we invited people to the Jurassic Art Members Facebook group. If you didn't get your invite, or if you want to join, you're just now hearing about it, just join. Just go onto the Facebook groups. But to celebrate that, we're doing some 20s trivia. So I've got questions.
Yeah, I almost ate it big time. Boy, that was interesting.
It's the slapstick portion of our.
Yeah, gosh, I'll tell you. It's all right. So hopefully you guys can hear me okay. You want to do?
Fred says, "Woohoo! Got here just in time."
All right. So
All right. So the first question.
This is all 20s, you said, huh?
Yeah, this is.
I got my hat on.
20s. There you go.
I should do well. I mean, if the hat helps. If not, I should burn it.
So this pilot dominates headlines by crossing the Atlantic in the first solo flight across the ocean. A. Amelia Earhart. B. Howard Hughes Jr. C. George Wilkins. Or D. Charles Lindbergh.
I think I know this one.
Some of these I was kind of afraid they're going to be a bit easy. So I'm hoping that you don't find them too easy.
Well.
And Fred says, "Yep, sounds good" to the mic, so you're good.
Oh, thank you, Fred. Okay.
Oh, and Fred guesses A. Linda guesses D. Kylie guesses A.
I think it's D. Lindbergh.
Okay, why?
Because I think that's what he did. I think he did it. Yeah, I think he, but I mean, but I want to say there might have been a person that might have done it before him, but didn't get the headline or something. I don't know.
Oh.
But I don't think so. I don't know. But I think it was Lindbergh.
Well, Kelly guesses D. Kylie guesses A, and Barbara guesses B. So the answer is D. Lindbergh.
Ooh.
So way to go, guys.
Cheese.
Way to go.
Lindbergh. All right. Well, so far my hat's helping.
This one I bet you'll know. Okay, so how did world-famous magician and escape artist Harry Houdini die in 1926?
Oh, you don't even have to read it. I know it. Oh, gosh. I even know how he got his name. I know a lot about Houdini.
Wow, you are a nerd.
He got it from Robert Houdin. He had an I because in French it means like, so he wanted to be like Houdin.
Are you serious?
So he's Houdini. Yeah.
Why do you know so much about Houdini?
Because I'm amazing and I'm wearing a hat. the hat's made me smarter.
Okay, well...
No, I loved magic when I was a kid because
a lot of people,
magic's cool.
Okay, I guess.
I'm sorry, an illusionist.
Okay, it's A, drowning, B, starvation, C, infection from a punch, or D, dysentery. And we've got quite a few C's. Fred guesses A, right? Question mark, that's what he's saying. And then says, he said Amelia stayed in a small town in Nevada called Lovelock.
Oh.
Interesting.
Lovelock.
So what do you think so how did he die? Enlighten us.
A punch. Like he would let whenever he'd go into town.
Mm-hmm.
One of the way that he would get people like excited and stuff about come and see a show, and he was really tough. Like he was super crazy fit back in the time when people weren't that fit, but he would let people punch him in the stomach, and because he had just amazing abs and stuff, so people could punch him in the stomach. It wasn't anything to him.
Yeah.
But I want to say he might have had like appendicitis or something, and a guy punched him before he knew it. Like he kind of sucker punched him, and it ruptured his appendix.
Dang.
That's what I heard, but I don't know.
Well, that is the correct answer. Infection from a punch.
Man, that's a good one.
Ugh.
So far, my hat's amazing.
Okay. Well, this one is the teacher's trial pits creation against evolution in Tennessee in 1925. This teacher's trial pits creation against evolution in Tennessee in 1925. A, Jan Thompson, B, Emma Little, C, John Scopes, or D, Gareth Cobb.
I think I know this one. But I wouldn't have known it except that one of those is a famous sort of name for a trial. Mm-hmm. And if you'd thrown if they had thrown in or something like another famous trial name, I think I would have it'd been like no.
Well, Kelly's guessing D. Barbara Brand's guess C. Barb says D. And then Fred says, "Where do I get a hat like that?" Like yours?
It's a little boutique. It's not well known. Amazon. It's a niche sort of shopping place. I have a giant noggin though. I have a big head, and it's hard for me to buy hats. So I've probably bought like 10 hats from Amazon, and I've had to send probably 8 of them back.
Yeah, or they end up with Jack.
Yeah, or Jack gets them.
And he likes them. He likes that style hat, so he'll wear that a lot.
Yeah. Jack can wear a hat, boy, and
and he just wants it to get his trivia right.
So
it doesn't need to fit.
I thought maybe you wanted to be one of the Blues Brothers with me.
Okay, you ready for the answer?
Scopes.
Oh, okay. Well, the answer is in fact Scopes.
Yes.
C.
Noise. Wow.
So, way to go. All right. You should know this.
Oh gosh, now that you say that, I'm probably jinxed. And
In 1928, this scientist discovers the first antibiotic, penicillin.
Oh, I should know this, but I can't think who
Okay.
it is. So
A. Alexander Fleming. B. Christian Ickman. C. Archibald Hill. Or D. August Croft.
I have a guess, but I think I'm wrong because I think I'm being thrown off by another person that has a similar name.
Okay.
Okay, I want to say Alexander Fleming, but I think I'm thinking of Ian Fleming, the writer, and that might be why I'm thinking Fleming. I don't know.
Well, a lot of people are guessing A, which is Fleming.
I'm gonna have to go with that because I don't know. And it's funny, I just heard something about this not too long ago. I'm gonna go with A.
Okay. The answer is in fact A.
Oh wow! All right, guys, we're coming through this.
All right. On January 6, 1920, the Boston Red Sox sold this player to the New York Yankees, changing baseball history forever.
When?
January 6, 1920.
1920. Oh.
A. Joe DiMaggio. B. Babe Ruth. C. Lou Gehrig. Or D. Tony Lazzari.
Imagine the era where you could be like a major athlete and have the physique of Babe Ruth, you know?
You might in some track and field events, like some of those people that just, I mean, like not the runners.
Okay, I was gonna.
Not, you know,
I mean, like you wouldn't be any good at it, but you could definitely have that body.
I mean, it would, like the people that throw the big, heavy.
Oh, the shot put?
Yes.
Oh. I don't know. I got a feeling like if a real Olympian shot putter came in here, it'd be like, holy crap, the
Oh yeah, I'm sure they're.
That man or woman is huge, like
Yeah.
But gosh.
And most of that is probably muscles, I'm sure.
Yeah, man.
So.
Well, I'm gonna go with Babe Ruth
Okay.
because the Babe, the Bambino.
It's a good candy bar.
Yeah, and yeah, I want to say that's it because I mean, the Yankees. Gosh, I don't know baseball that well.
I don't know baseball.
But I know 20s and Lou Gehrig I think was a little later. You end up getting Lou Gehrig's disease, which was aptly named.
Yes.
Like you see that, like, holy moly! I think I know what's happening in my future. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go with that.
All right.
Yeah, no, and DiMaggio, he dated or something, or he's married, but he dated Marilyn Monroe.
Oh, that's right. So that's
like 40s.
That's
50s.
right. That's.
And
Well, that's probably like 50s.
Yeah, and then that's right. Yeah,
Late
and then
50s.
Lazzari. That sounds like a more modern.
Oh, okay. Well, look at you.
But I
figuring
can't
it out.
really think. I don't know even what team or anything. So I'm gonna go with the Bambino.
Well, you would be correct.
Ooh.
It is Babe Ruth. So, did you just get them all right?
Oh, is that it?
Yeah.
Wow,
I think
clean
so.
sweep.
Like, hit the button again and see if we've got. I think that's the last one. Yeah.
That means I don't have to burn my hat. Well, awesome.
Well, yay to everybody out there that got it right too, because a lot of people were getting it right. It was actually kind of difficult to find some questions that, I don't know, I guess that weren't so easy, but there you go. As you transition. Toot, toot. Oh gosh, camera.
Oh gosh. Sorry, guys.
It's like the ABC studios in here.
Is that where we're supposed to be?
Yeah, you are so close to the camera.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but can you not?
Yeah, you're good.
You are so.
You should do another tripping gag.
Well, I think I might be tripping enough. Good grief. You were so close to the camera. So
Anyway. Well, Kelly said, good questions, LOL, a couple of hard guesses. So, thanks.
Man, yeah, that was good.
So do you think you're going to work on this painting for the live show next week, or you think you might do studio, like a easel one?
I don't know. I don't know. One thing I want to do with these paintings, too, is not spend too much time on them.
Yeah.
Which sounds like a very lazy thing to say, but I want to do it almost like the movement series.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I did. And part of that is because if you don't overdo it, and you know you're not going to, then you go in with a little bit more energy.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I don't generally paint with energy or something, but but you know it, like it just changes the tempo of everything. So
Yeah.
like, all right, I'm gonna go in and I'm not gonna rework it 30 times. So I'm not gonna do that. So it's more like you get a little more improvisational with it.
Yeah.
And you get a little bit looser with it as well, which I think would really work with this painting.
Yeah.
So because I want some of those loose strokes and stuff. So that's what I'm gonna try. If it's not working out, then if I don't like it, then I'll
spend more time on it.
Yeah, then I'll go to the whole 30 passes over it.
There you go.
But I'll give it a try. But that's the idea.
A bit of stream of consciousness as you're working on it.
Yeah. So part of the idea is maybe it'll be done before next week.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. And
well, Christy Allman joins us, says hi guys.
Well, hey.
And Mike joins us, says hi there. Hey.
Thanks so much for joining us, guys.
The AC's still running beautifully.
Oh yeah, it sure is.
Thank goodness. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, after we were outside today, we're working on the turtle, getting it ready to go in the crate and to be shipped out. And so hot outside, and we have the evaporative cooler outside on us.
Yeah.
Because we're doing some other things too, art-wise, out there, and then
come inside and cool off.
Yeah, it just felt so amazing. So I'm just trying to figure out. I don't really know what I'm gonna. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with this water. So that's just sort of what I'm kind of working on.
So we need to post some pictures of what we were doing today with the turtle, and people that take pictures of their art would appreciate this. We had to basically build an enormous diffuser outside because the turtle's really big, and it was really sunny outside. And it's not really like a situation in the studio where we can get even, perfectly white lighting all the way around it. So we took it outside, and there's sun coming through the trees. And so we got an enormous white sheet it's actually a backdrop sheet for, like a studio. And
yeah, so it's like 20 feet or
something.
It's
huge.
like a big.
Yeah, and so we thumbtacked it to our pergola up top so that it just created this big giant kind of white diffuser basically. So we were able to get really good even lighting on the turtle and get some pictures of it. So that was nice and hot. It was hot out there. But
yeah, but that was cool. We have diffusers here for the studio, like in a giant one. We don't really use it that much because it's you have other tricks that you kind of use instead of having to pop that thing up. But
yeah, and that thing is it's almost a weird size. Like it's really big, but it's not big enough, or it's too big.
Ow.
So.
Sorry, I just jammed my toe.
Ow.
Well, we have one that's a lot smaller.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry.
You're a mess over there.
I'm a mess tonight, and I'm knocking things over.
Fred says a recommendation for a song during painting the elephant is Mombasa by Tommy Emmanuel.
Oh, I'll have to check that out.
So, and Mike said your AC's still working. So, yes, thank you. Love it. Love it.
Yeah.
And then Barbara says, John, how did you like the Revelers Hall Band's new album? I know you had to be painting to it.
Oh, yeah. I loved it, Barbara. Thanks so much. I forgot to mention that. I love that band. I want to see them.
You want to go out there and see them.
I do want to go out there and see them. And, it'd be cool to go out there, with some people dressed in 20s costumes.
Well,
just be there. I mean, it doesn't have to be a big thing or anything,
yeah.
They don't. But it'd be cool though, because, we could do a setting or something out there. Or
yeah, I'm curious. Do they still play on a very particular night there?
I want to say, well, they used to. I don't have to check, but it was like Saturday. It used to be Saturdays. I want to say.
Yeah.
Because we almost we couldn't go with the COVID thing, and then we just couldn't go. But now things have opened up a little bit more, where maybe we can. I don't know.
Well, Barbara says, let's go.
Let's do it.
We'll do it.
Man, oh man.
We will let you know. Robin has joined us. Says, let's. She's down.
All right.
So. Well.
I'm glad your foot's doing better, Robin. Man.
Definitely.
Man,
man. Barbara says 2 to 5 Saturday and Sundays when they play.
Ooh, Saturday and Sunday. Okay.
We'll have to make this happen.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's one of the things I know. For the Call for Artists, had a lot of people that. Well, there was actually quite a few people that were painters, and good painters. And I mean, I mean, I know their work, and I'm like, wow, that's really cool that you're interested in, and people that definitely know their way around a camera and stuff like that. You know, it's like holy moly! Like there's even like some people that teach art and stuff.
Yeah, I'm excited.
But the one thing that I don't have as much, which I'm not worried about really or anything, but like getting people to wear the clothes and all that. So
yeah.
So which was really cool because Robin and Amanda Lee like said they're like, oh yeah, we're down.
They're always game.
So that's brilliant. So you know, well, I need to find we need to get like a dude. You know, it'd be cool to get like a. I was telling you this the other day, but it'd be funny. Whenever I think about like 1920s, 30s, I always think about like the strong man, and he has like the mustache.
Oh yeah,
and all.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a very particular type.
Robin says, "Let's go." Yes, thank you about her foot. So wow, you think you're gonna finish this pretty quick, huh?
Well, you know.
Not in tonight's show though.
No, not tonight. In fact, I'm still just trying to. Honestly, I'm just what I'm doing now is I'm kind of walking around the canvas, putting down water, and I'm just trying to feel it out a little bit, because I put the elephants down. That was the main thing, and then I'm going to shape everything, like the clouds, the water, everything around that, the land, to give the right effect. And I'm not sure what the right effect is yet. So using all the other shapes that are around them to help is a focus.
Okay.
So that's
Sounds
what I'm
cool.
going to do. So that might take a while, but once it's in, you know.
Well, very cool. Well, so for next week's show, we should do, we'll do more trivia. We'll do an art giveaway. We could do that.
Ooh, yeah, give some away.
Yeah, we'll give some stuff away. Make the questions a little bit more difficult.
You know, it's not. You know, it's just a hat. I'm just telling you.
Well, then I guess you're going to be wearing it next week, aren't you?
Yeah, I may never take it off. Oh my gosh.
So.
Yeah, guys, but thank y'all so much for tuning in, for hanging out with us. We're gonna have some fun things coming up, I think. You know, and it's especially whenever we start doing the sittings and stuff, we'll have some live streams. And the first one, I'm not even sure. I'm not sure if it's gonna be open to everybody or if it's only gonna be for the people that are in the group or what. But
yeah,
we'll work all that out.
Yeah.
You know,
and again, if you're curious about it, you just want to be fly on the wall, you want to check it out, Drastic Art Members on Facebook. Look for the group, join it. You'll be in the know.
Yeah.
And then again, we do this every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Central. So, and then, you know, trivia, art giveaway, all that fun stuff next week.
Yes, and all that stuff that it'll definitely be on our Patreon too.
Yes.
So our Patreon's about to get a whole lot of love, and I thank you guys so much who are on the Patreon and doing that. We really appreciate that, and so we want to show some love over there. So we'll be doing that very soon.
Well, Fred says, great show, guys, and thank you. So.
Thanks. I'm gonna walk away because I've got to go back to the computer to actually end it. But so I'll tell you guys good night right now.
Yeah.
And you can stare at Jacqi for a little bit.
Well, that's the highlight of the show.
There you go. Have a good night, guys.
So, thanks for tuning in. Be sure and share, subscribe, like, put a picture of us on your fridge, whatever. Thanks.